I planted the last tree of ficus, and what is it produced on its dry branches? Fig leaves, nothing that can take it to the big leagues, still mild-mannered. Yeah, the truth stings when you lose focus. Tell me, is the proof in the product? The loose strings on the puppet's old limbs, open them to both sides of freedom, released from control in a freewheeling future. If only I could reopen business, if only I spoke what I'm thinking, if only my nose didn't shrink when I close my mouth while it matters most. If only I could grow farther, I'd show you everything I know. But nope, I fold to my doubts, I choke down inklings, I push sinking gut feelings to the blind spots to avoid where they might cause friction. My predilection for tempering the wind to the shorn conflicts with my original syndrome, discordant with intentions. But how do you provoke from out of a sound fiction? How do you drop ego long enough to see through the predefined outlines your thoughts unfold from ad infinitum and invite a new kind of fire? If only I could grow farther, I'd throw out the art of the soul and spark a lighter to everything I know. We live in the molds we've grown to hold. It's self-evident that though we don't control everything, it sorts itself out, driven by some old internal engine, a fossil of hope for the tidiness of being. Without it though, do I know what to think? With no central leadership, and as the pressure grows to commit, I feel the impulse of an entropic drift. And I get the appeal of the winning team's gifts. I too want to be right before anyone else, and stay clean in tomorrow's track record, so I can look back and keep my head lifted, and leave the rest in the dust and act as if I've always known the best methods of living, as if everyone else just needs to catch up to this headspace. But until then, I'll meditate and just wait. Cause I know change takes time, and the right kind of oscillating brainwave sign that lines up with demands of the age we reside in, and access to ancient grains that gave way to society as we know it. And oh yes, the growth depends on the range of climate, the pace of my steps, the grace of my God, the depth of design flaws, the breadth of divine law, the steadiness of breath on the long climb to heights far. In theory it's a simple trek straight up, but elevation gets complex when your weight's up. Yeah, the truth springs when your foothold slips and gravity's pull humbles your locus. I often forget where my center of mass lives and bask in the light as a plant, simple and passive, which is to say I forget where I stand in the social capital from a network of connections. There's few road maps for our proprioception, and we don't always need to show appropriate reflection to reach success when we see the morals if we made it, but we don't examine the way that their path fails. I've scoped the show from so many locales that I've built a diet balance enough to see parallels. I suppose I'm like a homeologist. Many voices told me how I'm supposed to be the best. Oh, the old confliction of knowing the full extent, which exposes holes in traditional arguments. Cause once you know enough to not be able to forget, you also know enough to know you know a slim percent. It's lonely at the tip, but the branch is bony hands, which barely scratch the surface of the granite, but yearn to be as probing as a UFO pilot who hopes to understand the whole expanse of human history, but only knows the view from the side where it bends. So it's no surprise that they're always left with questions. All we give's affection to who we want to place all our bets on. What does it mean if I don't ever see myself as better or best then? Yet I see the blessings in attempts to win and the boon of being less than. What if I'm not enough? What if I support the wrong group? And what if my whole summit is just a bluff? What if the sum of this effort is destined for destruction? What if I'm close enough? What if you round it up? Or what if?